Hi guys, how are you going? My name's Brittany. I'm an Australian physio currently living in Wales. I wanted to come to you from the common today, in amongst all the horses, the park near me, but I couldn't find any of the horses, so I don't know, it might be too wet for them or something like that. So it's just me, sorry. So if you haven't watched my last video, this is kind of a sequel to it, so click the link below and watch that one first. So this is all about habits and changing habits, making new habits. Excuse me. Okay, so why do we want to build new habits? Because routine equals reality. Okay, so I went through this in my last video once again. Our life is made up of, our reality is made up of what we consistently do. So the thousands of tiny little things that you've done over the last few years have led you to this reality. Okay, so surely it would make sense that the road to happiness, to joy, to success, to whatever you want to achieve in life is through the thousands of tiny little things that you will do today and in the future. Okay, so that being said, let's go into a little bit of the science. So today we'll be talking about the science. Tomorrow I'll talk about some other things that you can do that will help the new habits stick. Okay, so I'll go through 3 steps first. So step number 1 is reminder. Okay, so reminder is the little trigger that produces the behaviour. Okay. Step number 2 is routine. So the routine is the behaviour. And number 3 is reward. So the benefit that you get from doing this behaviour. So an example, you're sitting at a red light and the light turns green. The green light is a trigger. Okay, your behaviour is you see the green light and you move your car forwards. And the reward is you get where you're going faster. Okay, so you kind of get that? Great, so we'll go into those a little bit more in depth now. So number 1, the reminder, the trigger. The easiest way to do this is to link the trigger, is to make a trigger out of an automatic habit that you already have. Okay, so if you do this, it will cut the self-motivation and the willpower completely out of forming a new habit, which means that you won't burn yourself out and this habit will be a lot more consistent. Okay, so I want you to write 2 lists. The first list, all the things that you consistently do without fail every day. So whether that's your morning cup of tea, your flush the toilet, brush your teeth, those kind of things. They're usually little health habits. Okay, so they're great for combining with other health habits. So for an example, every morning after my morning tea, I will remember to do, well, that will serve as my trigger for 60 seconds of meditation. So something like that, nice and simple. And the second list, I want you to write down the things that happen every day. Whether that's an ad break comes on TV or a song on the radio finishes, something that consistently happens throughout the day, but you don't have that much control over it. Okay, so that's also great for linking with new habits. A nice one I like to use is every ad break, either do a stretch if you're sore or smash out 5 push-ups or something like that. So use the ad break as your trigger. Okay, nice and easy. Number 2, the routine, the behaviour. Okay, so you want to make things as easy as you can for yourself. So start small. Okay, I'll say that again. Start as small as you can. Make it so easy for yourself you can't say no. Because when you can't say no, you're going to consistently do something. And if you start small and slowly work things up, you're a lot likely to keep that habit in the future. Okay, so A famous professor, I think it might have been Professor Fogg or something like that, advocated that if someone wants to start a new habit of flossing, they should first start by flossing one single tooth and then slowly build on that. Okay, so start nice and slow, nice and easy. Another example of that would be if you want to move more, buy a pedometer. First day, walk 50 steps. Next day, walk 75 steps. Next day, walk 100 steps. And just slowly increase it in tiny manageable chunks so that you're able to achieve your goal. Okay, great. And number 3, reward. Okay, so make sure you give yourself positive feedback for doing the habit that you want to achieve. Okay, so it's been proven that if you do give yourself a metaphorical or literal pat on your back, you're a lot more likely to do that behaviour in the future, which means you're a lot more likely to consistently keep that habit rolling. Okay, so if you're not the type of person who usually gives themselves much positive feedback, try and get into the habit of it. It's going to feel awkward and not real to start with, but consistently do it and you'll find that you'll be able to build habits a lot easier. A last point, make sure that these habits are meaningful to you. Okay, if they're not meaningful to you, if it's not to benefit your life, if it's something expected of you, or if you think other people will like it, the habit's not going to stick, or it will take a lot more to make it stick. Okay, get that? So those 3 again. Reminder, so link your new habit with a current automatic habit. Number 2, routine. So put everything into small bite-sized chunks for yourself. Make it as easy as possible so that you can't say no. And number 3, reward yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. Say victory or success every time you floss that one tooth. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be talking about how to make these habits stick. And yeah, look forward to talking to you then. Hopefully I'll be able to find some horses for you. I'll see you then.